we're gonna take a little walk through my garden along the woods, and we're going to show you a little bit what I have. And the beds are not mulched yet, so I will show them to you once they're all done and mulched. So let's go. That is along the woods here. My little, got some more hostas right here. And then these tall ones that you're seeing right there are going to be lilies. They're not blooming yet. And this is a little grape hyacinth patch that gets little grapes. It's not blooming yet. And this is just for my birds. And the cat is with me too. She likes to walk along and see what I'm doing, I guess. And then on down here, these were daffodils that I've got tied up in a knot there. Those are daffodils. They're done blooming, so that's the way I do them for the summer. And here's a dark red coral bell and a bright green, and that's the flower that it gets, those little pink looking flowers. And some more hosta. And this spreading stuff that's like a ground cover, that gets a little purple flower like that on it. But they're mostly over with. But this is kind of what it looks like around the yard. The house is over here. This is the front of the house right there, and there's my wash line where I hang my clothes, and a pergola on the back porch. And here's a deer tongue hosta, different than any of the others that I've had. And here I have a heart with a little birdhouse in it. And the wren that lives in here, she always raises like 2 or 3 nestfuls of baby birdies. And here is a flower that is called an angel wing. And that's just a new one that I planted last year, so I'm hoping it will multiply this year and have me some flowers. There's another little birdhouse. Right up there on the tree is another one. Back here we have a fire pit where we like to sit sometimes. And right here there's raspberries. If we get some this year, there should be some raspberries coming on right there. There's our wood pile that we like to use here when we sit around the fire pit. And back there is an arbor with wisteria on that I have not had the know-how to make it bloom. And this is the farthest flower bed with more hosta, more daffodils. And then I have a old red pot with some hosta in it. That's all of my backyard around the woods. And this is the front of the house with the bushes and the green tree there, and hosta and sage that's growing. Our rockers that we sit on sometimes. There's an old rock that I need to repaint. And here's my little wash tub that has some chives, but this chives it was bright purple. It was bright purple, but it's very faded now, so it's past its prime. But I will put some herbs in here like cilantro and parsley and maybe some basil. I'll put in this tub yet just to clip off when I'm cooking. Here's my bear, my little old bear that's sitting in the stump. And my husband put another birdhouse on the front of it. So now I'm getting close to my destination and I'm driving, but I want to take you along today. And I think I'm going to have a road crew working on the road here, so it might be a little hold up. But yes, we're getting close, and I'm going to take you with me when I walk in that greenhouse. I'll show you where I'm getting some of my flowers. just getting back with you on the flower planting. I have showed you some of my flowers, and I am going to take you with me and let you see when I plant a few of my flowers. I'm not planting very many, so I'll take you along with me as I do that. And they're going to be along this black garden fence here. You can see the peonies, the pink peonies, the red peonies there behind me. So we'll be going along this garden fence, and I'll be doing a few of the bubblegum petunias that I got in the greenhouse. Yeah, I'm trying to finish up this mulching flower planting project so it's done for the summer and we can invite people if we want to. And anyway, let's get planting some flowers. There, I think that one's gonna be happy in there. So now it needs some Miracle-Gro yet to help stabilize it and feed it so it can grow some more. And the next one is right here. Let me dig that hole out a little bit deeper. And since it's been mulched already, I put the dirt around first, around the roots, and pack it in there. And then I spread the mulch around it so it keeps the moisture in there. This is my bubblegum petunia tag that I'll put beside it right there. Okay, that's deep enough. We'll stick that one in there. Bubblegum petunia. Aren't they the color of bubblegum? Everybody likes a piece of bubblegum now and then, don't they? And there we are. Very, very beautiful. Now, everything's done. They're all planted. I think that wraps it up for the flowers, and I'll get ready to show you the after of all the mulched flower beds and the flowers. The excitement it is to see life, to see something transplanted, blooming where it's planted. Isn't that a proverb that we often say about ourselves, is to learn to bloom where we're planted? And that can be a challenge. Sometimes God doesn't take us where we think, but then we are reminded that everything is in His timing and not ours. But He does answer our prayers. I'm very thankful for that. So I always wanted nice flowers in a yard, and God granted us with that. And so I appreciate it, and I want to give God glory for it. Our front porch here, and the benches and the rocker where we like to sit. And yes, the cat is there too. She likes to sit on the cushions on the bench there sometimes. And she's got 5 babies right now, and they've not come out yet, but we're waiting for that. I always love my hosta. That's those green big leaves that you see. And over here is an astilbe. I call it astilbe. This will be a red pinkish color. Those are buds almost ready to bloom. And this other plant here with the shiny leaves is a crepe myrtle. And here are the pink flowers. I have a flat of 10 hardy big plants of those that will go around the house, like 4 in the front and 4 by my garden fence. And back here's 2 miniature sunflowers that my brother-in-law gave for our anniversary. And as you see, we have some little rosebuds here, teeny tiny rosebuds. And oh, we have a few blooming. There's one in full bloom, and there's another one. And bunches of buds up here, little pink ones. These are the old-fashioned roses that look more like a peony than a rose, but it's something that my mother had at one of the properties or places that we lived when I was growing up. And here there's a little start, a little baby plant of that. And here's another one. And back there is another one. So eventually I'll dig those out and start other bushes and give them to my friends. My daughter wants one, and Sylvia lived here. I'd give her one too. And then I have these kind of hosta. These are called variegated hosta, and they grow so fast. And here I got some nice little pansies. It's my husband's favorite flower, is little pansies. Nice little purple ones and a yellow one right there. Here's my little front gate where we go outside through. And I'll take you a walk through. Here is some white Mississippi grass that gets like 12 to 14 feet tall. It's just 5 feet tall now, but it'll get bigger. And then here is the flowers that I planted. That is a poker. It's called a flower of something, but it creates a poker for a bloom. I think they're kind of neat how they are, so that's what I have along here. There's another purple salvia that's doing well. I used to have a whole row here, and the winter froze them out, so I put these other orange ones in there. My little lilac, they have done bloomed already. And here's the peonies, the bright red peonies. And on the other side of my garden shed, there's more of those. And I think there's wrens in every birdhouse here. So we like to attract wildlife into our buildings if we can. Here's that little wren. She's kind of trying to tell me to get out of the way here. I don't think she likes my presence here. And over here is this wisteria. It has bloomed some again. I cut it back a lot last year because it was so big and overgrown. But I thought it was pretty. Here is one of the more fresher blooms in here. That is really nice and purple, I think. Right there. They just drape down over. I think they're so beautiful. Look at that. Our mulching trailer is still sitting here, and it's about empty. This is where we started with the big hostas along here, and the lilies look so much better with some black mulch on there. Here's my little miniature garden thing I have with lettuce and a tomato plant. And my little picnic table. This is the grass. I don't know, I think it's zebra grass maybe. Maybe not, maybe it's just a regular pampas grass. And all these hostas, astilbes again, I have mostly that. And I keep splitting them up, and there's another petunia that I planted. I keep splitting them up. So, like right now, as soon as the sun hits them too much or evening comes, those purple ones there, they close up. I'm not even sure what they're called, but they can handle the dry here with the trees. They can handle it much better than some flowers can. And yeah, a lot of my hostas along the woods here are not very pretty. Like this one, you can see that one where the deer were eating it off, and the deer ate that one down. There's not even any big leaves on that one. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep what I can and keep the deer back. So this is along the woods here in the backyard, and the house is here, and the pergola up there makes a nice place to sit out in the shade. It's been a hot day or something, it's nice to rest there. I didn't plant much here. It's just everything is perennial. It stays in the ground, except the pink petunias, of course. It stays in the ground and comes back in the following spring. So that's kind of all I do to this, and keep the bushes trimmed. And this is a purple sage This green, small green stuff that you see here by the porch is a purple sage. And it will get like 5 feet tall, and it'll shoot a really good smelling purple sage that the bees like to work. They just love to pile on it and just take all the nectar out of it that they can. So that's good for them, I guess. Anyway, we're coming around front where the driveway comes in. And I have that little tulip tree there, and then a crepe myrtle in the corner. That one's pretty big. It goes way up there. And we feed a couple of the birds right here. A bird bath. My window boxes I didn't put on this year because I'm not going to be home, so I don't want to waste flowers there. So anyway, this is the front. My mom's rose bush is blooming more than ever now with them beautiful roses, and they smell wonderful. They have a really strong aroma. And this little, it was a feed cart they used to use at a dairy barn, and I liked it and put some flowers in it. Here's my last pot that I put a bubble gum in, and now I need to go water them and get some water put on them. The reason the water is like aqua blue looking is because it has a miracle grow in it. So let's give this one some water. And these little things here need water the way it looks. It's these sunflowers. I don't know how long they'll be nice, but I guess they'll be nice as long as they are.
Yeah, this is a job the boys and I did yesterday. Dug that out and put some nice granite rock in there. Kind of see our little cookout corner. I got the old trigger fired up, Traeger. And yeah, we've been working for a couple days getting this all ready.
Well, thank you all for watching.